What's going on, winner? It's your boy Loso 2.0, and today I have a special guest right here, aspiring lawyer. Actually will be a lawyer pretty soon. Javar over here. So Var, why don't you start off by kind of just telling the audience just a little bit about yourself?
What's up, y'all? My name is Javar Franklin. I'm from Delaware, Newcastle, Delaware, actually. And 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 dang, I'm getting kind of hung up right quick. My fault. My fault. This is like,
So-
yeah, my fault. I'm bidding right now, my fault. But like, you feel me? I'm from Newcastle. I'm from Newcastle County, Newcastle, Delaware, you feel me? And And my goal right now is to become a lawyer, to be honest, because I'll be the first one in my family really to really become a lawyer. Nobody else in my family have never went to law school on my mother and my father's side. And on top of that, I'm
Mhm,
like a first generation college grad on my father's side, really. So
mhm.
so there's that. So you feel me? I'm just trying to go to law school and make my parents proud. You feel me?
Yeah. No, no, for sure, for sure, for sure. So being the first lawyer in your family and stuff, I mean, it's a little bit of a pressure coming with that, or it's just like they're not really pressuring you, or your mom not really pressuring you to do that.
Um, it's they not really pressure me to do it. It's like my own decision, all because originally I wanted to do forensic science, but but that really didn't but that really did go in fruition, to be honest, all because I needed to like do something else, but instead I did something else, which I'm not really mad at it, to be honest. I I I fuck with my I'm sorry for cursing. I
It's cool, it's
mess
cool, bro.
I mess with my college degree, criminal justice with a minor in forensics. I mess with it, I can really get some great jobs, but like at that moment, my main focus was doing crime scene investigation. But but depending on the police department, I needed experience, which being at like newly a newly college grad, I didn't have any experience. And
Sure.
or or I had to become a or I had to become a police officer, which I could have did it, but to be honest, I'm not I can tell you from like firsthand experience, I'm not cut out to like be a police officer. That's for me personally. Nah, that's for me personally because like somebody said that like I overheard one time. Not everybody is built to like do some tasks. Not everybody is like capable of like being police officers, to be honest. Like, you feel me? In which I could go on like a little tangent on like police officers and like the history and like all that, but like that should be for like another day, you feel me?
Yeah. No, for sure,
But
for sure. No, I totally agree with you, man. It's not an easy job, being a police officer. I know that's something my brother wanted to do, but then he ended up not doing it. A friend of mine wanted to do it. He ended up not doing it. It's not for everybody. And it's just so funny to me too. Like I love how colleges always talk about, and that's not in just criminal justice, but in other things too as well. They're always talking about how they need you to have experience in the position, but you're also applying for entry level position. Um, that's just for the audience listening. A lot of stuff is what they're kind of looking for is like internships, right? Having internships, having connections and stuff. That's really what it's all about. Really having connections, having internships, and all that. So growing up in Newcastle, Delaware, which part of like Newcastle, like were you more towards like Bear or were you like on the Ave? You know what I mean? Like what part of Newcastle were you born?
I really lived around the Wilton area until I was 10 years old. And then that's when I moved out 40, right by Glasgow Park. And then when I turned 15, I moved out Milltown. And I've been here
Okay.
ever since.
What was your experience like growing up in Delaware? See, like some of the audience people that listen, they're not really from Delaware, so they don't really know much about it. What was your experience like?
Delaware is like a really, it's like sort of like a melting pot, to be honest. Like,
Mhm.
you feel me? Like you have different cultures really, and plus, from my experience, like from my experience growing up, even though I am Dang, I'm sorry about that. But like Delaware is like a really like a melting pot, to be honest. So many different cultures, ethnicities, so many different backgrounds and people, you feel me? That like you come across, go to school with and all that. Where like where at some point you communicate with them, you talk to them, and even though even though you might not agree with like some of your views, you can try to understand them, and see where they come from, or because to be honest, like in Delaware, you could be on like one street and in one different world, and like literally like down the road there's somebody who is completely different, of like a different ethnicity background, that is living a whole different world. But like y'all are like in so much close proximity with each other, where y'all would see each other at school, communicate, and then y'all can look into each other worlds.
Yeah, no, I agree. It definitely is a melting pot. I would say it's kind of like there's a lot of implants too. There's people from Philly here, from Maryland, there's people from New Jersey, and that's what you was kind
Yeah.
of saying with those different backgrounds, different cultures. And then a lot of people like to say it's like a retirement state. I mean, I'm not too. I obviously don't want to live here the rest of my life, but also I wouldn't like Delaware's not really like a terrible place personally myself, my experience growing up in there. But yeah, no, I'm glad to hear that. You got that experience. I was actually wondering too. I'm like, every time I go, so my little brother is like, oh, Var, I know Var, Eric know Var, the Middletown guys. I was like, how does this guy? How does everybody know who this guy is? Like, when? How did you get like? No, is it from like living in Newcastle and also living in like? How'd you meet all these people?
Yeah, um, through your brother. I met your brother through like Eric, which I didn't know, but like when I graduated from like Newark High School, that's when your brother went. I met Eric from like from my school, to be honest. The people in Middletown, I think maybe some of them I met on like social media. Others I went to school with, like UD and like all that. And like others, I see like hooping out on the street, be like, "What's up?" Even some like people from like Wilmington, I met some of them on like social media. Others, others I just went to school with, and like interacted, and like got to know them. And plus through them, I soon and plus through them, they opened my eyes to like their environment, really, to be honest, and like where they come from, and like how the label of like a hood nigga is yeah, it's like in a way just it don't really hold weight, or because some of these people are just regular, ordinary people that like grow up and in like these neighborhoods that they just trying to get through each day, like every day, to be honest, even though they face like environmental racism, economic struggles, and 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 dang, I'm getting choked up, and you feel me, other things like I racism, um healthcare, all that, and plus through the school systems too, to be honest, in a way.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's the whole point of like why I've been, posting, doing stuff like that. It's just to give resources back to, and not just give resources back, but also to show them that you can create your own resources that you didn't have growing up, right? Like I didn't really growing up read any self-development books, so I made my own one. You know what I mean? I didn't know about like that's why I had you to get on here because I want you to talk a little bit about the lawyer process because I felt like a lot of us don't even may not even want. You're probably, to be honest with you. I mean, I've heard people say they want to be a lawyer before, but actually to go through the whole process and all that stuff like that, and actually know somebody that's trying to go through the process and everything, never met anybody before for that too as well. So giving them other resources and seeing like you don't just have to play sports. There's different avenues. We need, African Americans in law. We need them in technology. We need them in business. We need them in sales, healthcare, all those different things that you were talking about, even the school system. We need them in so many different things. But I feel like a lot of times we're just pushed towards the, either prison, the music way or like sports and stuff as seen as a way out.
Yeah, yeah, to be honest, which over time it's getting played out, and plus now new avenues is like being opened up through like programs like Europe with like you don't even need like a college degree to like get like a good job at like a good companies like JP Morgan and all that, because
Hmm.
Europe, because a couple of like my friends, they gone through Europe, to be honest, and they didn't have college degrees. They just did 6 months of like schooling, and then do 6 months of an internship at like JP Morgan, companies like JP Morgan, and it's free too, to be honest.
Okay, Europe. I like that. I like that. You'll hear that too as well. Europe, that's a good thing. I like how program dropping. That's definitely something they can look into as well. So I know you went to University of Delaware. Being as though it was a PWI, I mean, my college experience was a little bit different because I went to HBCU. So how was it going to University of Delaware and being a PWI? Were you experiencing like any type of racism? Were the classes tough for you? Like, what was your college experience like?
UD was interesting. To be honest, yeah, to be honest, I just stayed within like my bubble around the small minority of like African Americans. But I did make some friends with like other people there, to be honest. UD, it's pretty chill, to be honest. It is pretty chill. It's a party school, to be honest, which I don't know how because I don't know how like some of these people who like be partying and like all that be like passive sometimes, but like but like that's a whole nother different story, you feel me? But UD wasn't that bad. Of course there was racism, but like that's the minority of people there. Minority of like people there. There have been hate acts like a couple years ago with like mm, with like it wasn't a burn down of a Jewish center on campus. I think it was more like vandalism of like a Jewish center. And to be honest, I don't know if the police caught them or not, but like that was drawing, to be honest. It's not that serious, to be honest. It's really not that serious. That's some archaic way of thinking, to be honest, you feel me? But like UD but like UD is pretty chill, to be honest. The only main problem is like it deals with is like if like sexual assault, really,
What
because
the?
yes, UD is high in lies and like sexual assault, and plus and plus using date rape pills, to be honest, at bars.
Oh gosh. Like on Main Street. Oh wow, that's crazy. I didn't
Yeah,
know about all that. Dang, so that was a big thing, big initiative of the school to like stop all that stuff.
they're trying.
Oh
They're trying.
gosh. Okay. That told me everything I needed to know. All right. So going to UD, you graduated from there in 2022, right? 2022. And then now you're starting the lawyer process. So what is the process like to become a lawyer, right? You got to get the college degree, and then what's like the next step?
Then after that, you need to study for the LSAT, which that is a tough task, to be honest, because now you got to train your mind to be you got to train your mind to be logical, and plus you got to train your mind to be logical when taking the LSAT. Now they took out the analytical reason where like it's logic games and all that. So they took it out. And that was just two components: the reading comprehension and the
Mhm.
logical reasoning, in which in which over time, at first I was horrible at that job. I'm talking about I was horrible. But like over time, I start to understand it more, and like I start to have fun with it because it gave me a challenge. It challenged my mind. Like the first time like I officially taken the LSAT, I failed it, but then I came back around because um because 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 it was mostly determination, a little bit of like ego because I said to myself, so like I can't go out like that. You feel me? I
Mhm.
I can't be going around with like this failure on my record. You feel me? So I just spin the block and I got a better score to be honest. And recently I took it again just because, to be honest, in which I'm pretty sure I got better. I got a high score on it than my last one.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. I love the determination factor that you were talking about, right? It was a quote. It said, successful people don't do stuff until they get it right. They do it until they can't get it wrong. So for you to go back through there and take a test that you knew was super difficult, even though you failed the first time, does show a lot of grit. And you said it's hard anyway, right? I mean, we need more black lawyers. I mean, what are these statistics on like black lawyers too as well? I'm pretty sure it's not that high.
It's not that high.
I had a feeling that's really not that high. I could be looking that up too as well. But yeah, no, bro, that's actually really good though that you did take the time to do that. And like I said, it's different. I've never met like anyone that actually wanted to be a lawyer and is going through the process of getting it done. Um, let's see what it says. The number of black lawyers is changed over the past decade. They're 4.8%. So 5% in 2023 of lawyers are black.
That's a bad job. That's a crazy
And the
job.
black population is 14%. So that's very, very low though. So I mean that's good though. So you're a statistic, but it's the right statistic. You know what I mean?
You
You're
feel
being
me?
a lawyer too as well. Um so that's good. So you take you go to college, get your degree, you take the LSAT, let's pass the LSAT, which congratulations to as well.
Thank you,
You
thank you.
passing the LSAT too, man. That was definitely a big accomplishment. What's the next steps now? What's next after that?
Next step is applying to law schools, to be honest. And and I do that through hold on right quick because I actually have the program right with me right now.
Perfect.
LSAC. Yep. Yep, I applied through the LSAC feature because that's like the certified feature to like take the LSAT to apply for colleges, I mean law schools and all that. And then also I do research too, to be honest, on the schools because I got to do research. I want to do criminal law, to be honest. So I've been researching schools that can help further me, um, to help further me because when looking at law schools, you have to get it's best to like get into an ABA law school, to be honest, into the top 200 law schools. Any law school outside of ABA, you will have like um a
Finding
more
a job.
difficult time. Yep. And plus passing the bar too. So like when looking
Wait,
at
there's
law
another
school,
test too.
yep, the bar after law school.
Damn.
Yep. Yep.
Dang, man, they definitely try to make sure that you
Yeah.
know what you're talking about though, for real. So you got the
Which
law school, then you take the bar, another exam, which is it similar to the LSAT or is it like more in
it's more about law. It's more in tune with like the legal side. The
mm,
LSAT is more for the logic side. And
mm,
each day they have like the different version or like and plus different difficulty of like the bar test. So basically different versions and different difficulties for you, feel me? So
mm.
like so like California, New York, and plus even Delaware, they have like the hardest They have some of the hardest bars in like the United States, to be honest.
Mm,
Which
damn,
I'm surprised Delaware, to be honest.
damn.
And
Is there a lot of lawyers in Delaware too? Like, where are they mostly criminal
they
law?
are, hmm?
There's a
Oh
lot of
wait,
criminal lawyers in like Delaware.
I wouldn't say that, to be honest. I'm gonna have to look that up, but I will have to look that up because Delaware is more of like a corporate state, like
Sure.
you said earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
And plus and plus also most of the money in law is like in corporate law too, to be honest. You'll be making the most money in corporate law.
So why? So why? First of all, why choose to be a lawyer then? And then why choose criminal law over another type of law which you know that you could make more money in?
The reason why
Personally.
the reason why I chose criminal law is because of my experience and plus with my family, to be honest, all because in the past my family have like had bad interactions with the law, to be honest.
Mm,
Some of my cousins are in jail like facing life and plus my own brother, he was a police officer, but they tried to frame him for like something he didn't do, you feel me? And like and like all that. So like, and then my internship, which I am an intern under the Ombudsman, Stephanie A. Sawyer, and she's in Philadelphia, really. And she have like her own foundation, the Sentencing Foundation, where like she tries to help where she tries to help defendants, to be honest. She mainly fights mass incarceration and recidivism, to be honest.
mm,
It's meant to hold everybody accountable, from the judge to the lawyer to the defendant to the probation slash parole officer. It meant to hold all of them accountable. So like these same defendants will not be back into a courtroom, to be honest. So like they can continue with their life because she found out that most of these people, they're not really bad people. It's just a money issue. Some of them got like mental illness and trauma from like living in like these really bad rundown situations and all that. So like she just attacking the root by like give them the resources, the job tools to like better their life, to be honest.
dang, that's powerful. Is this a African American woman?
Yes, sir.
I love it. I love it. She got to get on the podcast too. Nah, but that's good though. That's definitely good though, bro. I like that. So you actually had some personal stuff that kind of came with it. That the reason why, and definitely also to appreciate you talking about personal stuff too as well. I know sometimes that could be a little bit harder talking about your brother, things that he was going through in order for to make you the reason why. But a lot of times I feel like that is what's connected to a lot of our stories, right? That's what makes us, that determination that you took in order to retake the LSAT. Like, no, I'm gonna pass this, is because thinking about, like, you know what, I got to do this for my brother, or I got to do this for my family and stuff like that. I seen a nice heartfelt post too as well that you posted about when you graduated too. Doing that for your father and all that stuff. So nah, man, that's definitely good. Okay, so you take the bar. After you take the bar, now you can what? You start applying to different firms.
Yes, sir. Two different firms. You can work with the government and all that. Some people they stay with their firm throughout law school, and like once they pass the bar,
A job.
they just be they just become attorneys with the law firm that like they are currently with.
I see, I see, I see. Now, for the kids out there that maybe they're aspiring to be a lawyer, but they don't know, what are like the are lawyers like salary? They're the most of them are salary, right? When they're attorneys. When you're not when you're working for a firm,
Hmm.
are you mostly salary? as opposed to, you know,
Uh, I think, I think, yeah, yeah.
both sides?
They are mostly salary. They don't have a contract um or like nothing. But like with like all that, that also goes back to like the law school you pick because because some of the lower rank law schools can like make less money versus like the higher ones, to be honest.
For
Depending
sure.
Yes, sir. And like these projections are like, and like these are based off like the first year projections of like coming out of law school and like getting that job because at first most lawyers depending of like where they go if like they don't go to like a top 50 top 15 school they make between 45K to like 55K first year and and then after each year it just goes up and up.
Yeah, I am seeing that too, actually. It said the it's showing the median pay for a lawyer. It says a lawyer five, what's it saying, like 5 years in maybe or 6 years in. The median pay is like 200K a year, 215 a year. Um, but then it's saying at first it's like, you know, like you were saying, like that 60K or something like that. And then I mean, I watch Suits, man. I don't know how accurate that is, but I know they be doing the bonuses. They do the bonuses too as well and stuff like that.
Some of them do bonuses.
Okay, all right, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Is it like your dream or aspiration to start your own firm, or are you just gonna work for?
Low key, my dream is like actually to potentially become a judge, low key.
Okay, all right, okay. So lawyers. So is that also another part of the path? Like you could start off as a lawyer, attorney, and then turn to a judge.
Yes, sir. But like with a judge, you have to be elected, and you have to be elected or like appointed, to be honest. And then and then after your and then once you're appointed, you will have like a timetables, so to speak. So
Kind of like a
like,
presidency, kind of like presidency. Like you get the for.
yep. So like, if you get elected after your first term, then like you should be cool for a while.
Okay, dang, I didn't even know that. I did not even know that too as well. Um, I mean, honestly, bro, those are kind of like all the questions I had to ask, man. I appreciate you sharing all that stuff that you had. Is there anything else that you want to add about just, you know, your personal life experience or experience with the process of being a lawyer?
Hmm. Nah, not at the moment. But like, I would say this: the internship I am under right now, they are holding like a Juneteenth activity in Philadelphia on Thursday at 5:30 for like connections and like till I build connections and like to talk about the program. So if any of y'all want to come out, you mean I will send you the information Los, and you could just give to anybody.
For sure, for sure. I'm gonna be in Philly on at one of my stores on Thursday too as well, so that might be a good thing. I'm gonna be in Northeast, but it's what downtown.
City Hall, around the City Hall
Yeah.
area.
Okay, cool. Shoot, I might may be able to stop by, man. If you say if it's networking, I love networking.
Yes, sir.
Now, if last question. If you had to give a piece of advice to you know, any kid, especially like a black kid from Delaware, stuff like that, looking to become a lawyer, what kind of advice would you give them?
I would say this. Just just if you want to become a lawyer, stay on that track, to be honest. All because there's gonna be times where like you were gonna be saying, "Hey yo, this shit ass," and like all that. But like but like it's gonna work out, to be honest. You just got to keep on that track and like play your role. All because with me and like taking the LSAT, it was hard at first, but like after a while, it just got easy because 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 of like the over exposure to it. So like I just started to like understand it more. So like at first it's gonna be hard and like all that, but like after a while it's going to become easy. And if you want to become a lawyer, just know just know within the first few years, you're gonna be working a lot. You're gonna be working a lot of case, a lot of case loads, and plus you'll be arguing a lot, checking on clients, everything, and talking to the prosecution, um almost all the time, and like reviewing the evidence. So like you feel me? It's gonna be so like you feel me? It's gonna be a hard journey, but it's rewarding because 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 if you like it, you're going to enjoy it. So
No, I agree. I agree. Just like anything. So yeah, man. Thank you again, Var, for hopping on this podcast, man. If you listen to this, if anyone needed advice on how to be the process of being a lawyer, just wanted to talk, about that, in your experience or network, how would they reach out to you?
just hit me up on like Instagram at 302var, or you can email me. I could just drop it in the chat.
Mhm.
Oop, yep. Yep, just
Yep.
email me at javarfranklin1999 at gmail.com if you have any questions, you feel me, on like where to start, what is the best materials when studying for the LSAT and everything, all because some materials are better than others, to be honest. Some materials are better than others, but like at the same time, just take everything you learn and like build your own approach sometimes.
For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, man. Thank you for doing that, man. Again, like I said, if you're watching this, man, you already know, keep killing the day. Winners win, losers lose, and you guys pray for success like this, man. I'll talk to you guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay.